Coming up on Fox 4 Sports Watch, the historic playoff rivalry between the Packers and Cowboys will have another chapter Sunday afternoon. Can the Cowboys stop the Packers' 7-game winning streak? Who might be the biggest difference makers? We'll explain why you should look no further than the receivers. Here we go.
You're listening to Fox 4 Sports with Edward Egros.
Welcome to Fox 4 Sports Watch. If you listened to our podcast last week, you already know we picked the Cowboys to beat the Cheeseheads. After all, Dallas beat Green Bay in Week 6 of the season by 14 at Lambeau. But there may be some further explanation needed, especially after the Packers came off a 25-point victory over the Giants. Aaron Rodgers has led Green Bay to a 7-game winning streak, throwing for 25 touchdowns, no interceptions, and a passer rating of better than 121, which is excellent. But Jason Garrett points out a bigger winning streak.
He's been hot for about 9 years, and he's a great football player, always has been, and he just plays the game at a really, really high level. We have a really, really healthy respect for him and what he does and how he makes everybody around him better.
What's been his secret for the turnaround? It might be Jordy Nelson. During the streak, he's responsible for 23% of the yardage and 25% of the touchdowns, but he's injured. If they don't replace those numbers and stick with an average from the winning streak, the Packers will wind up with 286 passing yards and roughly 3 passing touchdowns for a total of roughly 27 points. It's an unfair assumption, though, because at least a portion of those numbers will be recouped by the receivers. Question is, how much? Well, even a 50% recouping still keeps the Packers at most 30 points. And again, that's a best-case scenario 30 points. So can the Cowboys beat 30? Well, they have a couple of rookies playing in their first playoff game, but Dak Prescott and Zeke Elliott feel ready.
We're staying the same. We're not changing anything, and we're not putting too much pressure on ourselves or on this team or this situation. We continue being the same guys we've been all year. We just got to go out there and just be ourselves, do what we've done all year long, run the ball well, pass the ball well. When it comes together, we're a tough team.
I'm really excited to get back on the field, you know. I feel like I've been watching football for eternity these past couple of weeks, and so I'm just ready to get back on the field.
It's a small sample size, but during the Packers streak, the scoring defense is allowing 18 points a game, but only one of those offenses rank in the top half of offenses in the National Football League. Nobody is of the same caliber as the Cowboys of that group. Dallas, as I mentioned, hung 30, and they did it without Dez Bryant. That's important. He appreciates the importance of this playoff game.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime moment, so you have to view it that way. You have to look at it, like I said, that way, and you just have to prepare, and you just have to have your mind right, and then just go play.
Dez is averaging 11 targets, 7 catches for more than 82 yards, and nearly a full touchdown per game. Even adjusting for someone else compensating for Dez, his inherent value absolutely puts the Cowboys over 30 points, assuming similar performance as the last game. But also keep in mind, Cowboys' defense is arguably healthier than the first meeting, and perhaps both sides of the ball, they are more developed. It is a concern the Packers have a better turnover differential, and the Cowboys are bigger overachievers of their record when you consider point differential. But let's put all of these factors together, and when you account for everything, I am giving the Cowboys a 73.3% chance of advancing to the NFC Championship game. You can watch Packers at Cowboys beginning at 3 o'clock Sunday afternoon on Fox 4. Then Mike Ducey, Tony Casillas, and yours truly will recap it all on Sports Sunday at 10 o'clock on Fox 4. Thanks so much for listening, and enjoy the games this weekend.
On air, online, and totally mobile, this is Fox 4.